We're here. We're live. Okay, we're on the air, everybody. Welcome everyone to the show for Stock Markets with Bruce from Palm Desert, California. Tuesday, January the 16th, the day after Martin Luther King Day, here in 2024. Welcome all to essentially the fourth year consecutively that I've been on the air every day. Before and during the opening of the markets. I started going live in 2021, I guess. So this is the third year of going live. This channel started in June 2020, and it'll be 4 years old later this year. Unbelievable, already 4 years. My other channel is 7 years old, going to be 8. Oh, I'm losing track of time. It's unbelievable how time has flown by. Welcome all of you to the show from around the world. My European friends, my friends in the Mideast, my friends in Asia, my friends in the South America region, the United States, Caribbean, Canada, wherever you are, welcome all to the program. I've had 3 days off. You've had 3 days off if you were following me. So my European friends were open yesterday for the markets, but we're here today in the US and Canada, and I've had 3 days off, and that gives me time to think, contemplate, recharge my batteries, kind of go from there. Today is a big day around here for myself personally and for Antie Jen. Today, Antie Jen goes into the hospital to get her second hip replaced. And we're good to go. We're all stoked, ready, and we're pumped up. So I'll do this show this morning. And then later this morning, I will get her to the to admit her into the hospital. And later today, she'll be back home, which just blows my mind. We did this last year. She went in and at 10 in the morning. She was out at 6 in the evening. It's probably gonna be 5, 6 o'clock. She'll be home today. Again, unbelievable. Hip number 2. So thank you for all of the best wishes for her. It's much appreciated. She knows, and she's ready. She is chomping at the bit to get this done. So yeah, we're looking good. Thank you all. Early morning indicators. We're down 98 or so on the Dow. We're down 21 on S&P. We're down 88 on the NASDAQ. The percentages are about a quarter of a point for the Dow Jones, quarter of a percentage point, 0.43 for the S&P, and about half a percentage point for NASDAQ. Crude oil is up 34 cents with all the turmoil in the Mideast and the problems in Ukraine and China and Taiwan stuff and the Red Sea thing and on. Oil is up 32 cents. Whoop-de freaking do. This is a nothing burger of gargantuan proportions. The USA, Canada, Latin America, we're drowning in oil. We have oil everywhere. There's no problem. There's gasoline at every gas station. No trouble. And we're using less of it. Vehicles are becoming more and more efficient. Consumers are becoming insistent on cheaper payouts when they go to the gas pump. They are happy when prices go down at the pump. Who isn't? But that's not what consumers are really thinking about. What they're thinking about is, what does it cost me to drive my car, truck, SUV every month on fuel and payments and insurance and maintenance? And if I can get a vehicle 20% more efficient than the one I'm replacing, then I am that much better off. And of course, the EV market is the EV market, the diesel market, and then the gasoline market. And many Americans, Canadians, and others are going, enough is enough. I am not paying $100 or more to fill up my tank with gas. It's just not worth it for me. It's just not worth it. And so people are expecting more from their vehicles. And the technology has been around for decades to deliver it. And that's why I think oil consumption will drop, will continue to just ever so slightly. I'm talking tenths of a percentage point, but that's all it takes. Because this oil business is really fidgety and is studied and monitored excruciatingly closely. And a 1/quarter of 1% change in demand can alter all kinds of pricing estimates and you name it. Anyway, there you go. The lower oil goes, the better for the economy as far as inflation goes. So that's good to know. A couple of things that I figured out this weekend, by the way. I was reading some articles and I came across some very interesting statistics. Did you know that from 2019 until about this year, so like that 4-year window, 5-year window approximately, which includes COVID, okay? And we all remember what happened during COVID with the markets. They went down and then they went back up again. Did you know that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Larry Ellison, these three guys. Larry Ellison is in charge of Oracle. He created Oracle. Jeff Bezos, Amazon, and of course Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and so on. These three gentlemen, for every hour of time that passed by from 2019 until now, every hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, this is not during the working week or anything like that. This is every hour of time from 2019 to now. These three guys became wealthier, $14 million an hour. They have gained wealth of $14 million an hour on average every hour since 2019 to now. These three guys. Think about that when you are thinking about writing 10 option contracts today or tomorrow or whatever. You're going to buy back 10 option contracts that you wrote for $3.85. You're going to buy them at $2.10. You wrote something at $1.70 and you're going to buy them at 60 cents. You wrote something at $12. You're going to buy them back at $6. Whatever trade you're doing, and you sit there and go, thank you, Uncle Bruce. I made $3,000. I made $4,000. I made $6,000. I made $8,000. I made $20,000. Uncle Bruce, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Think about the fact that these guys have made $14 million in growth. Their net worth has risen $14 million an hour every hour for the last 4 years. That's what you're up against when it comes to measuring your success. Here's another little ditty for you. This one also shocked me. It interested me. It caught my eye. I've been thinking about it all weekend. The folks at Goldman Sachs, they came out this morning with their numbers and they met estimates, beat estimates. Everyone's happy. The stock's up a couple of bucks. Fine. Goldman Sachs, they have decided in the last 6 months to discontinue and back off from lending money to smaller investors and clients. And they've decided to turn their attention to larger investors, higher net worth individuals. Guess what the number is that you have to be considered that person? I keep talking to you guys here all the time about how when I was a stockbroker in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s, we would open accounts with $5,000 deposits. And then, I would work with you and your investments. And if you were like 40 years of age and you had an IRA, where in Canada you had an RRSP, we'd get that over here to the brokerage house and we would put it to work with mutual funds or quality stocks because it's for your retirement, long-term thinking. We would work with you on short-term and capital investment strategies and what have you. And, in those days, back in the 70s and 80s, if you had a $50,000 account, $100,000 account, you mattered. Because a house in 1985 in Calgary, boomtown Calgary, where, things were going nuts, $130,000 for a house. If you had $100,000 in your account, you had almost a house worth of money to play with. So think about today's world. If you live in a neighborhood in your world, if you're in Toronto, Canada, you're surrounded by $1.5 million average houses if you're in New York City. More if you're in Philadelphia, less if you're in Topeka, Kansas, less. But look, if you've got a house worth $300,000, let's just spitball, and you got a $250,000 account, I you would be client number one in my book as a broker. I mean, if I could have 200 of you kind of clients to help manage 250,000 each as a stockbroker, my managers and the managers will be going, that guy's got a solid book. He has a good book of clientele. Well, that's nice. $250,000, 10 clients, that's 2.5 million. 100 clients is 25 million. 200 clients, 50 million. The entire book that the broker is handling is a $50 million book. Well, those days don't exist anymore because stockbrokers have been eviscerated. They've been eliminated by the SEC in cooperation with the SEC and the investment bankers of the world. Stockbrokers are almost dead. There's 1/10 of them are left. 90% are gone, right? Because now you do it yourself. You do your own investing through your own app. And if you've got $100,000, $50,000, this is all you're going to get. And the Q&A section, the help section, is where you get all your answers, because there are no brokers who are going to talk to you with a $25,000 account. I mean, it don't matter. If you don't have $1 million, you don't matter. Well, let's get back to this Goldman thing. Goldman Sachs is going after high net worth wealthy people to lend money to, which I find odd. Like, why would a wealthy person need to borrow money? If you're wealthy, don't you have money? Well, it turns out that wealthy people are like middle-class people, just that they have more assets worth more money, but they also have debts that are worth more than debt. So wealthy people with a $10 million house versus a $500,000 house, well, they have $2 million, $3 million mortgages. They have mortgages. They have higher property tax bills, and they have higher utility bills because they have bigger houses, right? Some of them, of course, have 2 houses. They have a place down here in Palm Desert, in Rancho Mirage, in Indian Wells, and then they have a place in Illinois, all right? And so combined, they've got maybe $12 million of real estate that they're handling. But they got debts. They drive nicer cars, probably, more valuable, and they may have loans on those. The folks at Goldman Sachs have decided that the actual entry level for a client's net worth is $60 million or more. So if you've only got $40 million in assets, $10 million trading account, you got a $2 million IRA, you got, $10 million in real estate, you got some art and furniture, and you got a place in Tahoe, and yada, 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 you're worth $45 million. You do not qualify to be approached by the Goldman Sachs people to lend money to. You're not big enough. How you doing on that scale? How's it going out there? I was thinking of this all weekend long. This number was in my head all weekend long, and I am very well aware, very, very well aware, that I have been telling you folks that I will not be satisfied with your returns on your trading returns, your option premium money, the money you make writing options, until you make, how much money a month is that number? How much? Yell it out. Wake everyone else in the house. $30,000 a month. I have been telling you guys that when you make $30,000 a month or more writing options, in any way you do it, my job has kind of been done. I've done my part to get you to a new level. And how many of you sitting there at home looking at me right now going, Bruce Scott, please be true, make this happen. Please help me get there. You're thinking $360,000 a year, $30,000 a month, the $360,000 a year. That kind of capital coming into my world would change my life so much. You're not even on the Rolodex of anyone at Goldman Sachs. You will never be on the Rolodex of Goldman Sachs, ever. You have to generate wealth. You have to have wealth of 60 million to qualify. Now, I was asking myself, well, okay, so you're worth $60 million. Oh, great. Well, what do you own if you have $60 million? Well, what on earth would you have? Have you got a really nice house in Miami Beach? Is that where you live? Waterfront, $12 million. Are you in New York? In one of those 100-story tall condos they're building now, and you got half a floor, looking over Central Park or something. Have you got that kind of a place? $20 million, $15 million, $30 million, well, some are much more than that. What do you got? What have you got that makes them really want to talk to you? They're now talking about lending money on illiquid assets. This is the other shocker that caught me. I thought about that one. What are you talking about? Illiquid assets. They were saying stuff like, you have a painting on the wall, a Chagall, and it's $1 million painting inside your $20 million, condo in New York. It's insured and all that stuff, and whatever. Great. But that painting isn't necessarily liquid. It's got a value to it in the art world, but art world values fluctuate with recessions and good times and bad times. Certain art is in fashion, certain art is out. Watches, people with $1 million watches, there's a big game going on with that. And of course, women with jewelry and so on. But these aren't what we call liquid, as far as there's a quote system out there, like a market. There isn't like a Rolex market. There's no Patek Philippe watch market out there. There's the estimated value, insured value. The last time it sold at Christie's, they went for sort of that much money. That's all it is. Classic cars. People collect cars. $60 million person might have a $5 million car collection inside a $20 million house with a big garage over it and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, great. That's the kind of people we're talking about here on this show with this channel. I'm trying to get you guys out of the poorhouse. I'm trying to get you guys away from bankers that are lending you money, eagerly lending you money at 24% interest. I'm trying to get you guys away from the cash advance guy. I'm trying to get you away from utilizing your credit card to make ends meet. And I mean, not groceries. I understand there are those people out there who use credit cards to just buy groceries until payday. I understand that. And that's not who I'm talking about. Around here, what am I talking about is people around here are using credit cards when you do need something out of the ordinary. The furnace broke down in minus 10 degree weather, and it's a $15,000 cost to replace the furnace. You don't have 15 grand lying around at all. And so you're going to immediately use your credit card with $5,000 as a deposit to get this started. And you're going to talk to your banker this week about maybe a home equity loan of $25,000 on the equity value of your house over and above what you owe on it because the furnace went. And the banker will go, yes, it's important that your furnace gets fixed. Let's lend you 25 grand at 8% over a 5 or 10-year loan. And we'll get you looked after. And you've got an extra 10 grand of cushion on top of that for whatever. And you might say to the banker, look, I need 25 grand, 15 for the furnace, 10 grand for my credit cards. And that'll bring my minimum payment down on my credit cards by from 400 to 0 a month. That 400 a month right there can go towards this loan already. And the banker's going, yes, prudent, smart, very good. 10-year loan, $2,500 a year is what you're going to pay me back in principal. $200 a month. Here's 400 of it plus interest. Yeah, okay. Sure. Bankers are going to do that loan. That's the target I'm after. That's where you are. That's where I feel many of you could be already, where you're going to say to yourself, Bruce, I need 10 grand for a furnace, 15 grand, I need 20 grand for this. I need a new air conditioning system. I need whatever. My transmission failed on my car. My truck's engine blew, whatever. I need 5 grand, 6 grand, $7,000, $9,000. You guys are going to start raising that money by writing options. You're just going to sit there and go, well, okay, why don't I just, I've been writing on these 400 Apple shares we have, or whatever shares we've got. We're going to sell these shares we have. We're going to turn around, buy back deep in the money calls instead, which it goes from maybe 500 shares to 1,000 shares in the form of deep in the money options. And we're going to write 10 calls instead of writing 5 calls. And the 10 calls we're going to write are not going to be 2-month calls. We're going to write 8-month call, 1-year calls on these 10 contracts, and we're going to haul in $10,000 in instant cash. We're going to make these kinds of moves because we can. We now know how to do that because of this guy right here, where at any time you can turn your portfolio into a different style of trading portfolio and start bringing dollars in that way. Those of you who are income seekers, you want to quit your day job, you just want to cash flow your way out of your goddamn job and paycheck. You have learned iron condor trading. You have learned credit spread trading because you figured out that with $20,000 lying around, I could buy, you say to yourself, I could buy 100 shares at $200 a share of a stock. Or I could create credit spreads on that stock. So if I feel that with Tesla's issues these days and with the way Tesla's trading right now, that maybe the Tesla shares are not going to hit the 275 level for a while, 250 level for a while. We're at 214 pre-market right now. We're down $4 again. The high for the last 52 weeks was 299 something. You might sit there and go, you know what? I'm gonna write a call on Tesla for 2 months from now. I'm going to write a 250 call, and I'm going to buy a 260 call. That's a $10 spread between the one you wrote and the one you bought. That is $1,000 a contract requirement, less the credit you receive, because after all, you've just received money to write the 240 and you just spent money to buy the 250. You might have to come up with $800 or $700 or $600 in cash. But you're going to do 20 of those. And the credit coming in is, say, $4. You just brought in $4,000 credit for a 2-month position that you know you're only going to be in a month. Because a month from now, these contracts shrink in value. Of course, the calls shrink that you wrote, the calls you bought will shrink, but not as fast because they're not as expensive in the first place. And the spread, that credit spread, is working in your favor. And you might pull out $2,500 in 2.5-3 weeks. Or on a day like today, you wrote this credit spread last Wednesday. The stock has already gone down $7-8 and it's down 4 more now. This morning, you're looking at that credit spread going, well, I wrote that thing with a $4 credit spread. It's only a $2 spread. I can close it now in a week. And there's $2,000 this week. Thank you very much. Let's take a new position. Welcome to the option writing business. But you learned all this from the viewers here that you follow with me and each other, and you're doing the lessons with me. That is the name of this game. This market is perfect for all of you who are doing this. It will stay perfect because there is no way this market just goes straight up, because there's no way everybody just makes money all the time. It just doesn't work. I don't care what God you believe in and what politician you believe in, or what your cause is. You have to make money on shrinkage. That's where you make your money. It's ultimately shrinkage that's in your favor, big time in your favor. And if you have enough capital working for you, you can quit your day job sooner. And around here, I think if you have 40 to 50 grand that you can administer, you could probably already have enough to leave your day job. It's that little, actually. That's the shocker. And that's what brings me back for a minute to Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, and Jeff Bezos. These guys got $14 million richer every hour from 2019 to now, just on what they were sitting on, just what they owned, just went up in value that much. The good news is they took a lot of people with them. They really did. They took millions of people with them on on an equity ride, because anyone invested in Oracle, Amazon, Tesla since 19 to now, they've all done better than not. They've made money. Did they make 14 million an hour? No, because they weren't the owners of the company. They weren't the original creators of the company. Fair enough. But millions and millions of investors around the world have gained wealth because of these kinds of entrepreneurs, and many more like them. The thousands we never hear about, the tens of thousands of others we don't hear about. You have to give kudos to chief executive officers around the world, boards of directors around the world, senior VPs around the world. You have to give credit to these people that, yes, they have themselves become multi-millionaires and billionaires through hard work over the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Fair enough. But that has also opened the door for a lot of middle-class people to also have their wealth grow. The kicker now is, have you grown your net worth enough without knowing it, without realizing it? Have you grown it enough to the point where you could actually quit the day job and say goodbye to these guys and not work for them anymore? In effect, work for yourself now. That is the revelation in this channel. That's what happens here all the time. I am certain that over this last 3 days in the United States, my American viewers, you've done what I've done. You've taken walks. You've done a lot of thinking. You watched some football games and, whatever. You did what you did. But you had time to reflect on just where you're at in your life and where you're going with your life. And more of you that hang out here long enough begin to figure out, Bruce, I've had enough assets in my control in various forms. I could have been self-employed had I known what I know now with what I'm doing here. If I'd have known this 10 years ago, I could have already been retired or self-employed, self-asset managing a decade ago. It's only now that after taking these lessons with you and being on the air with these folks here and the Discord channel and the one-on-ones I have with you, only now do I actually believe it. I get it. People have told me in passing, well, don't you have enough assets now that you don't need to work anymore? Have you not had that happen to you over the last 5 years from time to time? People curious going, well, you own your house, don't you? You don't have much of a mortgage on your house, do you? Don't you have don't you have like $500,000 in assets that you own outright? Why are you working? Why are you still working with $500,000 in assets? And many of you were thinking to yourself, because I don't know how. I don't know how to stop working with $500,000 in assets. I have no idea how I can be self-employed and be my own person with that kind of asset level, because I was brainwashed, you'll say, by the world at large that you needed at least $1 million or $2 million before you could think of retiring. That was the mantra. In Canada, it used to be $1 million. You had to have $1 million in assets. This is back in the 70s and the 80s when $1 million was unthinkable to ever be attained. At that time, houses in Toronto were $140,000. Now they're $1.5 million. And people in Toronto going, I am worth $1 million. I'm worth I'm worth $2 million. And I can't retire in Toronto. Because again, they don't know how to retire in Toronto. They're not able to envision themselves as something other than what they are. And what they are loyal, hardworking, dedicated employees of various outfits out there who, in some cases, have treated them rather nicely. They're making $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year now. They built up credibility in the firm and all that good stuff. Yeah. But they're not showing them how to retire because they don't want them retiring. They want them coming in and keep working for us. This is where the change is going to come for many of you. You are going to realize it would be better for you economically to quit your day job and self-manage the assets you've got now, because what you can get as a return on those assets far greater than what you're ever going to get paid for your day job. And that's what you've started to realize around here. That's where we're at right now. And I walked around the property here a couple of times this weekend thinking about what's going to happen to you guys this year. And I know for a fact a bunch of you are going to quit your day jobs because you're going to realize I can't afford to work for my boss anymore. I really appreciate the $70,000 base pay and the $30,000 this and the 20,000 that and blah 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 blah. But with Uncle Bruce and the gang here, I'm making 20,000 a month trading contracts. That's for 240,000 a year. I cannot miss a single day of trading activity because it might cost me 10 grand in lost option premium opportunities. I don't make 10,000 a day at the office. Never will. Not even my boss's boss makes that much. They don't make that much, but I can make that kind of money now. And I'm on my way to 30,000 a month, and I'm on my way beyond that. 360,000 a year is the number I keep throwing you guys. That's the number. I don't know how many of you here ever earned a $360,000 a year salary at your jobs. I don't really know anybody. By the way, AI is going to affect 40% of all job holders worldwide going forward. And what does that mean? What when they say that, when they say it's going to affect 40%, it means that a high number of 40% will be let go, terminated, eliminated, eviscerated. They'll have to do something else for a living. That's what this means. Now, let's be real, okay? At a fast food restaurant, there's only so many jobs an AI thing can replace, okay? You remember the first time you ever saw it where you ordered something at a McDonald's or a Burger King or Wendy's or whatever, and it was a meal of some kind, and the person put it in the cash register, and you paid for your order. They gave you a slip of paper, your number 45. And you're standing over there just watching what's going on, and the computer screens are going up with your order, and you see in the back they're doing 20 orders back there, including your order. But in the front, where that person was, there's somebody over there at the drink machine, at the fountain machine. And they take a large cup, which you figure, oh, that might be my cup. And they're putting it under the Coca-Cola dispenser, and they're hitting the button, and they walk away. They're walking away, and they're getting somebody a coffee, and they're doing the ice cream for somebody. And then they come back to your cup 30 seconds later, and it's full. It did it itself. That's AI. That was the early version of AI. Now it's far more than that, but the reality is that cola machine still had to be manually hooked up to the soda syrup and the carbonated water, and it's a mechanical device that requires mechanical experts to maintain it. So AI has sped up the process of making and dispensing that drink. But at the end of the day, humans still have to be involved with it. Well, going forward in offices around the world and elsewhere, mundane work will become much more automated with AI. Absolutely. And so the bottom level of corporate everywhere, corporate America, Canada, Europe, you name it, the bottom 20% level will be the most affected. All right. I'm not trying to scare you into the fact you're going to lose your job. You guys aren't going to lose your jobs if you keep your jobs because you're not in those positions anymore. Those of you who are new now, in 10 years will be mid-management or higher if you're still working for anybody. But for the rest of the planet out there, yeah, there's going to be fewer entry positions as you see them now. There'll be new entry positions coming up, and that'll be managing the AI department, managing the AI systems, and double checking that they're doing it correctly. But there'll be fewer people required for that kind of work. Something else came out this morning that I thought was interesting. This is near and dear to my heart because I know it's only a matter of time before some of you start to tell me here on the air, you too are doing exactly this. What is this that I'm pointing at? Right, it's off camera. Sorry, right here. It was an article that came out today with respect to the fact that private jet usage is soaring among the corporate elites. CEOs around the world are being told by their employers, you must use the company jet to go anywhere. We cannot afford to pay the insurance premiums in case you get kidnapped and held for ransom by a group of terrorists out there. We cannot afford to have you be interfered with. Even if we pay the ransom in 24 hours, you might be gone a week, and the trauma imposed on you, you'll never be the same person again. We, the corporation, cannot afford to have multi-billions of dollars of share value be eviscerated because you were kidnapped and beaten and who knows what. We can't have that. So we would rather either buy or lease a private jet and pay $1 million a month for it, and have you fly with that, and a pilot and a co-pilot, an attendant, and we're also going to supply you with a bodyguard wherever you go when you are on business and or on an extended trip. It's just cheaper for us to do it that way. Tim Cook at Apple has been forbidden to take commercial flights for 15 years now, 20 years. He cannot fly on a commercial airplane anywhere as long as he is the CEO of Apple. He's in a Gulfstream 650 or 700 or whatever that is, $80 million jet, $60 million jet. It's irrelevant. It is utterly irrelevant to the bottom line of the corporation to fly him wherever he has to go with his advisors. And when he does go on a business trip to Shanghai or to Europe or to New York or wherever he needs to fly to, he isn't alone. It's not like it's just him in a plane and two pilots and an attendant and off they go. He is surrounded by advisors and family and or key people with him. That's why the plane holds 19 people. There might be 10 in there. But those 10 people that are in that jet collectively, how much are they being paid per year plus stock options? It's billions of dollars. They're replaceable, but at what cost to the company's stock price and forward momentum? The cost of a private jet to put them in there and fly them to Salt Lake City or fly them to New York cost $100,000 to fly them to New York. So what? Chump change. Because on a commercial airline, they'd go business class anyway. But we'd have to get limos to the airport. We'd have to have bodyguards at the airport. We'd have to get them on the plane, off the plane, bodyguards back to the limo, then limo to New York to the meetings and on. It's a lot of money. They can't do that. They cannot have Tim Cook sitting in an airport for 2 hours, 3 hours, waiting for his flight to be called. You can't do no. He's on his phone and computer in the limo to the jet. There are computers in the jet that he can keep working with and have virtual meetings and everything else. And then when he lands, he's got the limo there, still in business, on the phones, working. And then he gets to his meeting and he's prepped. And he does a 2-hour session here, a 1 hour meeting here, a dinner meeting there. May or may not stay the night. He might, during the evening, fly from New York back to Cupertino, sleep on board the plane, and get home at 4 a.m. And start working the next day already. This is a whole other world that exists that we are not actually privy to. It sounds sexy. It sounds exciting. Sounds awesome. Wow, private jet wherever you go. Yeah, but there's a cost to that, and for some, it's a departure from the outside world. Now, again, for some it sounds sexy, but for others, it might be too much. In any event, private jet travel costs or budgets, corporate America surging left, right, and center. So you have NetJets, Signature Jets, and other jet program operators who sell by the hour, 25-hour card to fly a jet, say $10,000 an hour, $250,000 card. You get to use 25 hours of that jet over there, plus some other fees. There's that business. There's the corporations that have fractional jet ownership. Well, they'll buy half a jet, a quarter of a jet, and they have access to maybe 50 hours or 200 hours a year of jet time in a certain model of jet. And the corporation that organizes these fractional jet ownerships, they will guarantee your corporation access to a Gulfstream 450, 550, 650, whatever you require, for 200 hours a year, 400 hours a year, however many you buy through your fractional ownership. And then there are write-offs on the depreciation and usage and maintenance and so on and so forth. But it is cheaper to fly the top people of the corporation around and protect them 24/7, especially if the organization that you're working for has factories, distribution centers, and the need for the CEO to fly into regions of the world that are not necessarily as secure as Illinois is, or Alabama, or Wyoming, or what have you. And so you've got multiple bodyguards going with the individual on the plane to ensure that they get back safe and sound. It's a whole other world that we're not exposed to. It's unbelievable out there. Yeah, I keep talking to you guys about the Masters and the US Open tennis tournament, the US Open golf tournament, or I'll talk to you about the F1 Formula race, let's say in Vegas a month ago. How many private jets came into Las Vegas for the F1 race? Hundreds of them came in from around the world and then left again the next 4 days later, 4 days later. Huge business, and it's global. And you want to attract, as a corporation, your company is a $20 billion company, generating so many billions in sales, and you need a CEO to get things going to hopefully move the stock up 50% in the next few years. So the company isn't worth 20 billion, it's worth 30 billion. That's a $10 billion increase in cap value. Are you going to spend 100 million on this person to do that? Yeah, I would say that's a good return on your money. Damn good return on your money. And there you go. That's how they justify it. There are literally public corporations and private corporations who do studies. They hire corporations, specialists, security specialists, to indicate to them, if we have a bodyguard with this person 24/7, not necessarily sleeping in their same bedroom, but they have protection, limo protection, and you name what else. And we fly them first class or business class to where they have to go, because this is the company. This is where we fly our executives. Our last CEO and the one before that, here are their 5-10-year travel records. Here's where they've gone. Here's where this individual is expected to go. And we want to expand our business into other regions of the world. What's the best way to go for us? And time after time after time, these agencies come back and say, based on what you're telling us, you have to have access to a private jet 24/7 that can handle or carry 10 to 15 people at a time. That's what you need. And you need Wi-Fi access on board the plane. You need secure phones, satellite communication. We're talking about a person that needs the kind of security that a prime minister needs, a senator or beyond a senator needs, a vice president needs. Very high security and very high access to quick transportation, because every hour this person is employed by you, you're paying this guy $2.4 million a year base salary. It's $200,000 a month. This person's working 30 days a month for you. They don't work 5 days a week. They work 24/7 for your corporation. That's the demand of this job. And this person has 10 lieutenants that work for them as well. And many of them are accompanying this individual, or 5 are at the office and 5 are with the individual, and they're in constant communication all day long to get the stuff done. You cannot afford to not have this person in a private jet. Someday it'll come where you guys are going to let me know. Yeah, Bruce, listen, you were talking about us making 30,000 a month and all that. We were talking on Discord. There's 50 of us now that are making 60,000 a month, 70,000 a month, 80,000, 100,000 a month. We've decided that we want to get together for a powwow. We'd like to have there's like 10 of us that want to get together in Monte Carlo. We want to get together in Monaco, or we want to get together in Paris, or we want to get together in London, or we've decided we want to get together wherever. Where are you going to be on, so and so? Why don't we just send a jet over to get you and Jennifer, and we'll just fly you over to, where we're going to be at, and meet with us for like 6 hours, have lunch with us, and We can talk to you about our strategies and stuff. And then, at the end of the day, we'll fly you back home so you don't miss your show. You guys just let me know. You know how to reach me. You know how to find me. My email's down below. Just let me know. Okay. I look forward to the day where that's happening because you're the ones who are going to make the money around here. We're down 162 on the Dow with 12 minutes to go on this session, on this session before we start the day. We're down 22 and a half on S&P. We're down 80 on NASDAQ. We're down 0.43, 0.47, and 0.47 of a percentage point on all of those indexes. So we're almost not quite a half a percentage point lower. Oil is up 5 cents a barrel. 5 cents a barrel. Why is oil not surging other than the fact there's plenty of it? Another reason is Germany. The country of Germany, the fourth largest economy on the planet Earth. Okay. This is a big deal. You have to care how Germany is doing. I don't care if you don't care. You have to care. Germany is in a recession right now. This economy is going backwards. China is not going anywhere quick. Same with Germany. And if Germany can't expand its economy, China has a tough time expanding its economy. And if Germany and China cannot grow their economies, nobody grows their economies unless it's artificial or it's because of an artificial reason. Normal economics, these two countries must be growing for the rest of the planet to grow. So all of Asia surrounded with the China economy, dominated by China. They need China to be humming. The EU, the European Union, 23 countries, they need Germany to be growing. Otherwise, the EU doesn't grow. Of course, North America and a lot of the rest of the world requires the USA to be growing, or it's going to be big, bad news for the rest of the economy. In Germany, oil production or oil consumption is lower because they're not building as many vehicles over there. The German exports are off dramatically for diesel and gasoline powered vehicles. They're off dramatically. European sales of electric vehicles are very high. That is the direction Europeans are going. Average Europeans are really flocking towards electric. They shifted from gasoline powered cars in the 80s and 90s to diesel powered vehicles in the 90s and 2000s and 2010. They were the first consumers to demand automatic start ignition systems. So if you come to a red light, the car shuts off, except for the electronics. And when you push the foot on the gas, the engine starts and you go. That started in Europe. To sip less diesel, let alone less gasoline, to sip less diesel. There are vehicles in Germany you can't buy in North America. You could never buy in North America that were getting 50, 60 miles a gallon because they were turbo diesel powered engines. There were turbo diesel hybrids over there. Can't get that stuff over here. They are adapting to the electrical grid big time, to electric EVs. Teslas are selling very well and have been in Europe, along with other brands. Germany is finding that their diesel-powered vehicles are just not selling like they were before. China is shifting to electric, big time electric. China absolutely wants to go electric, away from coal-fired electrical plants is what they're trying to avoid building. Fascinating shift going on in America. It's a giant war. It's a big culture war. It's incredible how wealthy America is to be able to defy common sense technology and make it an argument over freedom versus practicality. The freedom to rip up your national parks and your wildlife areas with 4x4 type trucks. And check your ads on television. When you watch your football games coming up, why don't you take a look at the vehicles being advertised to Americans by the big truck, the auto manufacturers that are building pickup trucks, the 4x4 rip up the turf kind of trucks, pulling a trailer through a mud field. Who would do that? That is the American way. And yet these are gasoline, diesel powered machines that are just spewing this poison into the air. and it's sold with the American flag at the same time. It's truly shocking. The outside world just shakes their head in disbelief that this is what it's about for you guys. Like, this is important for you guys. In Europe, it's like, you own a truck. What are you, a moron? What do you need that for? What? You know, be kidding me. And to go from downtown Vienna to downtown Zurich for a business meeting, or to go from Frankfurt to Berlin, or to go from, London to Paris, you can fly, or you can take high-speed trains. And while you're in the high-speed train, you're on the internet. You'll do that. You'll far do that, because you can walk from your office in downtown London to your train station, or take the tube or a quick Uber ride right to the station. Get there within 20 minutes of departure, 30 minutes of departure, depending on what location you're going to. And you can be in your business location a few hours later in daylight, do your business for a few hours, and take the train back home and be home that night. And you were working all but 1 hour. You were able to work. That is how it's done over there. Far more efficient than what we're doing over here. But hey, we are what we are. For those of you here, you don't have to care if you're an option writer. So you don't have to care. It's the bottom line. It's time to take the money off the table from the gamblers there are going to be many more of them, by the way. The number of gamblers playing on the options market is going to continue to grow exponentially. And 99.9% of those coming into that option market don't know what they're doing. They buy calls, they buy puts, they have very little time left on them, they have huge premiums, they have low odds of success, and they're handing trillions of dollars in wins over to the players on the other side, the writers. And this is why Goldman Sachs today is doing so well, and JP Morgan and these other big brokerage firms. They're laughing all the way to the bank, because they are convincing average people out there to gamble their futures away on these devices, because this is the same device you can bet an NFL football game on, a hockey game, a basketball game, and the stock market. And the brokerage community out there is not going to encourage people to become sophisticated option writers. They're going to convince people to be high volume option players. And they don't care whether you win or lose, because they can get you trading. They get a slice of the action on a pay per order view way. It's a wonderful business if you're the house, and I'm trying to make you guys the house. We are probably 4 minutes away from opening this window up for fun. I see 780 on the old SoFi right now. Wouldn't be surprised if we're at 9 by the end of the week. I wouldn't be surprised if we were at 10 by the end of the week. I wouldn't be. I'm not calling it, but I wouldn't be. I would be very doubtful the shares have much of a downside here. The week after that, look out. Here we go. It's the 16th of January. The earnings come out on the 29th, the morning of. That's 14 days from now. Right at this moment in time, we will be discussing how SoFi's numbers look and their future numbers look, because the conference call will be coming up. Noto will be on every television network. He'll be quoted in every financial entity out there. All the papers, all the journals, all the blogs, and you name it. The company will get unbelievable amounts of press on how it's doing. You're getting a preview already of how banks are doing already. You've already been getting it. You got it last Thursday, Friday. Now you're getting it today. The numbers are coming in very nicely for the bankers, and their stocks are going higher. This thing is a bargain, but I'm just a guy with 213 people watching him. You're in the know. The rest of the world is oblivious to the upside that SoFi has to go. But that's it. That's the story. Cash secured puts, baby. That's what it's all about. Thank you for joining me today. I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for those of you who are watching from everywhere. Thank you also for tolerating the weather and everything. Thank God many of you do not have to commute to be able to watch me. I'm happy about that. I'm glad you're with me today. The thumbs up meter is chugging along. It looks like we've got Thumbs up number 88. So we're not quite at 100 yet. Hopefully, those of you who haven't hit the thumbs up button can find it. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. It helps this channel. Believe it or not, you're helping this channel if you hit the thumbs up button, because you are attracting more people to this channel for the first time through YouTube promotion. And that means more followers of the very same stocks you're following. And you know what? If you hitting the thumbs up button brings in another investor into SoFi because they find out from this channel that SoFi is really a good deal, that helps you. If we can attract 1,000 people to buy SoFi in the next month that have never bought SoFi before, and they're all buying 5, 10, 20,000 shares, we're talking a big chunk of stock off the street that's going to be in the hands of followers like this group right here. That's called a win, I say. The more, the merrier. Hit the thumbs up button and let's get some promotion, because the number of people that could be watching this show could be equal to how many people at one time did watch this show when GameStop hit its frenzy. 215,000 people at a time were watching this show for one day. It was kind of weird talking to 215,000 people because the comment thing over here was just going zzz, zzz, zzz. Why don't you answer my question? Why don't you answer my question? I didn't even get to read that, let alone their question. It was insane. But guys, the opportunity knocks. You can help yourself get richer by attracting more viewers to this channel. It's kind of weird, but it's true. Let's go. Larry, thank you, my friend, for hitting the bells. We are open. We're running. We're trading. Let's see if any of you can make some money today. I have a feeling you will get richer today, many of you. And I'm glad to have you here. I love the fact that you're with me. Antie Jen, thanks you for your supportive messages. She goes in today for surgery. Today's the day. Antie Jen gets a new hip, courtesy of viewers of this channel, because you're Gold Bagel members, you're Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, you buy classes, you make donations, and you do one-on-ones. That's the only reason Jen is getting a new hip. It's not because I got lucky playing crap somewhere. It's this channel. Thank you all so very much. Let's get ready to rumble, everybody. Boy, I sure hope you guys get nice and rich today. SoFi is 780. It's down 9 cents. Whoop-de freaking do. Am I worried? No. GameStop down 15. We got the Dow down just 64 points. We'll see if there's much downside here. We've got S&P down 12, NASDAQ down 44. It's kind of calm. We're down 35 cents on oil right now. Down 17 now on SoFi. I think it's 772. Bargoon City, for those of you out there who are trying to pick off, writing some really nice priced cash secured puts. I say yes, baby. Let's grab the money. They're handing it to you. You got to take it. Absolutely take it. Good stuff, everybody. This is fun here at the OK Corral today. I'm so glad you could join us today for another fun day of options trading and stock trading success. Very, very interesting time. Down 110 on the Dow, down 16 on S&P, down 52 NASDAQ. The Dow's down 1/3 of a percentage point. It's nothing. It's a nothing move. We're down 0.4 on NASDAQ. Oil is up 32 cents a barrel. That's the deal right there. SoFi volume to start the morning now is about 2 million shares. Very light. Very, very light. And that is, again, a indicator that's telling me, oh my gosh, once we have people starting to nibble up stock in lieu of their earnings anticipation, this thing is gone, because if only 2 million is coming in the first few minutes on a down day, there's nothing happening here of a negative nature. This thing will pop easily. The Dow down 168. A Rocket Lab down 12. AI down 89 cents. Spiders are down 166. Qs are down 86. GameStop down 22. Apple down 373. Enphase down 159. Netflix is up 110. Adobe down 196. Nvidia is up $7. Chinese keep buying Nvidia chips. Tesla is down 5.60 a share to 213. Matterport down 5.5 cents. Spire down 9. Smart Rent down 2. Owens Corning down 174. ATIP down 4. Unity's down 130. Google's up 41. Moderna's down 396. Cisco's down 7. Pfizer down 17. IBM is up a buck at 166.84. HPQ is negative 32 cents. Microsoft is up 4.33 today. ME down 2.3 cents. Amazon is up 3 cents. Home Depot up 2.64. Vanik Semi is up 67 cents. Goldman, the bank, up 2.40. Boeing down 8.82. Their troubles continue. Facebook is up 26 cents. Target's up 21. JP Morgan, the bank, down 3.30, believe it or not. Costco up 180. Walmart up 64. Disney down 37. American Airlines down 26. AMC down a dime at 4.45 on AMC. That is all-time lows right now. 442. This is 52-week lows being set right now on AMC. DraftKings up 4 cents. Royal Caribbean down 71 cents at 120.50. All righty. Dow's down 143 at the moment. 124 make that as we get adjustments coming through here. Down 124 points. A third of a percentage point is the effect at the moment. SoFi 773 down 16 cents. Low of the session 468. We're now at 773 on 2.4 million. Very, very light volume. We're down 22 on GameStop on 269,000. Not a lot going on there. It is a quiet start at this moment to the markets. And welcome to the party, pals. I'm glad you're all here. Great to have you here. And as I say, enjoy the shrinkage as it comes your way. Down 146 now on the Dow. And that's 0.4 of a percentage point. It's not a heck of a lot going on. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. JR is saying, yeehaw, we're here. Alex is here. Jeff is here. Alberto. Mark is here. My options on SoFi are negative. Tommy's Dimes market is open. Alex, ding, ding, ding. Yes, the big T, don't forget to hide your the Antie Jen's gripper grabber. You might be in trouble tomorrow. I hear you there. JR, let's go. What else? Good health and recovery to Antie Jen in the coming days. Thank you. 37 Rocco. Good morning, all. Have a great day. Brian, number 104. Good morning, everybody. Brian, oops, I bought 50 more SoFi at 771. Oops, I did it again. Giddy up, my friends. Well done, everyone out there. Keep it going. Grab this stuff as they're giving it away. Obviously, those who are selling are not aware or just don't feel that they have to be worried about selling the shares right now. Whatever their thoughts, you're free to lose as much money as humanly possible, but you're also free to make as much money as humanly possible. The question is, who is the correct trader in the long run on SoFi? Someone who's selling at 771 or someone who's buying at 771? Who's going to be the winner on this thing, say 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, 5 years from now? Where is this? Where are we going to be at with this? Should be most interesting, to say the least. And thank you all for saying hi to me this morning and popping in and joining us. I'm glad you're here. We are now over 100 thumbs ups. Thanks, guys. This is great. Keep them coming in. 107. We're running. Bring in those thumbs ups, folks. You know you can do it. You know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you all very much for popping in today. All righty. If my mind isn't on the markets, you'll have to forgive me. It's Antie Jen Hip Day today. So what can I say? Will we see Antie Jen this morning? No, I don't think so. Not 100% sure. She is. She has a few things she has to take care of this morning for prep, and so I'm not exactly sure if we're going to see her or not. She sort of said her goodbyes to you on was it Friday? Yeah, I think on Friday she sort of said her goodbyes. But she's jacked up and she's in great spirits. Believe me, she is really, really excited. No ifs, ands, or buts. She got her pre-surgery phone calls yesterday from the hospital, getting everything, telling her what to do, and she's They're laughing. The hospital and her are having just a wonderful relationship. Her physical therapy is now set up. Her first therapy session is Thursday. She gets her hip replaced today. Day after tomorrow, her first therapy session is booked. That's how fast this is. It's unbelievable. Alberto, Antie Jen, Godspeed. I'm sure I'll be hitting her with an Antie Jen. How you doing later this week? Brian, put in a stinker on SoFi 741 for more stock. Let's see if it hits today. Not a lurker anymore. Is Jen Jr. coming down to help? Yes, she'll be down on Thursday. JR, wish Antie Jen a great recovery. We all will be happy when she's walking around on two pain-free hips. You got that right. Brian, good luck, Antie Jen. Hope everything goes well. We'll be all around cheering you during recovery. Not a lurker. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. It's looking like a beautiful day today. An absolutely beautiful day. There you go, kids. Giddy up. Let's see what's going on. Thank you all for popping through here. We're down 169 on the Dow. Rocket Lab is off 17.5. It's at 499.5 on Rocket Lab. Bargoon City. AI down 79 cents. The spiders are down $2. Qs are down 146. GameStop down 36 cents at 14.38, and SoFi 767. The low of the session 762, and the volume is 3.3 million at the moment on SoFi. Apple's off 380 a share. Enphase down 172. Netflix is off 95. Adobe down 295. Nvidia is higher, 550, 544, up 850. That's where the shift is going. People are buying Nvidia at its all-time high, 557.98 set this morning. They're buying up there. So, whether they're averaging up or getting in finally, the last one's in, I don't know. I don't know. But Nvidia is catching a bid, up 924 right now. Tesla's down 549 at $213. The 52-week high was 299. It's now 213. So it's backed off quite a bit. Was as low as 212 this morning, and now 213.31 on Tesla. Matterport down to nickel. Spire down 6. SmartRent down 4. Unity down 147. Google is up 51. Moderna down 536. Cisco down 18. Pfizer down 39. IBM is up 38 cents. If you buy IBM now at 166.18, you're getting a yield of 4% on your dividend. Your dividend is 1% every 3 months. That's the payoff if you own IBM at 166. If you purchased IBM at the 52-week low of $120, you're getting more like 5% on your money, because the dividend is paying 4% at 166. It'll pay a much higher yield at 120 cost. And that's what long-term investors in IBM do. They buy over time, and the dividends get raised every quarter, every 6 months, every year or so. They bump up the dividend, and the shares fluctuate. And overall, they are trying to get the shares higher. Dividend yield, the dividend payment is higher, and the yield is in this 4 neighborhood, when a 10-year note will pay you 4%. It's equaling a 10-year treasury. That's what IBM is doing right now. All right, Microsoft up 191 to 390. The 52-week high, 394, and it's now at 390. This is not known as a dividend-paying stock, though, so that's not what they're buying this for. All right. Let's go. Savage of Wall Street. I sold 10 Rivians, $20 March covered calls, and I took in $395 for that. In December, I rolled to June 22.5s, took in $1. Then Jan 25s, I took in $2. Then rolled into 2250s October. Took in $1, just rolled into September for $1. Wow, he's just taking it. This is a good move. Rollovers can make you money. JR, buy that SoFi, everybody, at bottom of it, 762 so far on the session. Right now, 766 on SoFi. That's where we're at right now. Low of the day, 762. Yep, that's the low of the session at the moment. All right, giddy up, everybody. Oh boy. All right, 766 last trade, SoFi at the moment. Down 221 on the Dow, down 25 on S&P, NASDAQ down 82. The Dow is down 0.59 of a percentage point. 0.6 now, 0.55 on the S&P and 0.58 lower on NASDAQ. So approaching the 0.6 of a percentage point. Oil is up 16 cents. That is all right. All righty. What do we got going? We're watching a lot of stuff. And we're seeing lower prices. The spiders are down 254 to 474. The Qs are down 203. I know my iron condor people are happy. Credit spread riders are very happy. GameStop down 37. SoFi down 25 at 764. Rocket Lab at 496 down 21. Apple now 182.32. Off 360. Enphase down 236. Netflix down $2. Adobe down 5. Nvidia still up 860. On NVIDIA. Tesla down 470 a share. Welcome to the party, everybody. Let's see what's going on. Who Cares says, I have a Tesla call spread for this Friday. A 195, a 215. Get your head above water, Tesla. He's got a call spread. Interesting. 195, 215. Interesting. Well, the stock is at 214. So, interesting trade there. We got... JR, another red party day. Let's make that moolah. Smile, smile, smile. Yes, sir. Way to go. Way to go, pal. Even on a down day, people around here make money. The thumbs up meter is now showing 116 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. It's appreciated. I love you. This is good stuff. Not a lurker saying to Credit Savage, give them nothing. Dude, they're buying NVIDIA. I'm rolling it. Laughing out loud, says dude. And JR says, I read on Yahoo Finance that Musk is asking for a big raise to make up for his stupidity with X. BW number 54. Oof, is it all as well? The New York Empire State Manufacturing Index plunged to negative 43 in January, the lowest reading since May 2020, signaling a sharp drop in manufacturing activity in the New York State area. Not a lurker saying the Red Sea. There you go. So there you have it. Down 231 on the Dow, accelerating its losses, pushing about 0.55, 0.60 of a percentage point. So a little more selling coming in. Boeing, JP Morgan, and Chase stocks are leading things lower at the moment. All righty. Thank you all for popping through. Yeah, this Goldman Sachs thing, 60 million or more net worth before they even talk to you about borrowing money from them. That's interesting. Private jet use rising for CEOs in the USA. AI affecting 40% of all jobs worldwide going forward in the next 5 years. Going to make a huge impact. And Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Larry Ellison's net worth grew by an average of $14 million per hour from 2019 to today, 24/7. 14 million an hour. It's 160 million a day. If I got my math right, something like 165 million per day, 7 days a week. That's pretty good. 7 days, that's $1 billion a week. That's pretty good then. That's like Julia Roberts money. Yeah, Alberto Algebras, I have a few covered strangles on Tesla and Rocket Lab. Guess who doesn't care which way it goes? Thank you, Uncle B. You remain the GOAT. Right on, buddy. Savage of Wall Street also just bought back Unity. March 40 covered calls for 49 cents. I sold them for 251 last week. I turned around to sell the same Unity now. 38 covered calls for January for 755. I mean, welcome to the party, pal. Writing calls for 755, 38s. Unity right now is trading at $33 a share. He's offering his Unity stock for $45.55. What? For a year. Not bad. I like the odds of those 755s coming down in value. I like the odds of that. Either way, time, he's going to make money. JR, I guess those guys made Uncle Bruce's $30K a month by a mile, huh? They were some of the first watchers of this channel. The Savage of Wall Street. I am now waiting till I roll some Robolex 25 cover calls expiring this Friday. Hopefully someone will bite and let me roll to 2026 30s. Oh my. Alberto, the Savage, what is this? Primo, get that dinero. Okay, it's all good. Whatever that means, it's a good thing. Very interesting. We're down 228 on the Dow. AI is down $1 at 25.21. We got GameStop down 40 cents. SoFi at 766, down 23. The low trade for SoFi now 761. We're at 766. The volume now is 5.3 million. That is our volume at the moment. All right. Robert Benson, September $6 puts on SoFi for September 75 cents. Wow. JR, that's Spanish for Uncle Bruce is the GOAT. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, the old cash secured puts on SoFi, the 6s, the 7s, the 8s. I mean, you can write 7s, 70 cents out of the money. We're at 770 right now. Can you get $1 for those? Wow. Or higher, depending on how far out you want to write. Amazing. A Savage of Wall Street. Did I mention I have colonoscopy this morning, laughing out loud? I got to stick it to them before they stick it to me. Karma. Oh, my. Be careful blowing it out. Just be careful now. Oh, my. Isn't that not fun? Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everybody, to the Party Pals. We are off 235 on the Dow at the moment. 769, 770 on your SoFi. We popped up from 761 here in the last couple of minutes. We're off 0.61 of percentage point on the Dow, 0.60 on S&P, and 0.64 on NASDAQ. So we're consistently all off at the same time. BW saying, just wrote, even on red days, as I bought back at the bell on Friday. So I wrote 28 AI, July 24, $25 cover calls at 5:01. Why on red days and not a green candle pop? Because I can roll. Uncle Bruce, you teach magic skills. If this stock wants to go higher, I'll just roll forward. It's okay. I'll make money either direction. I'll take the 5:01 right now, $5.01 per share times 2,800 shares. Thank you very, very much. Bringing in 14 grand cash now in his account, folding his arms, going, okay, go whatever direction you want. I don't care. You want to go lower? Fine. Want to go higher? Fine. 25.21 on the stock. Wow. JR, the Savage of Wall Street. Oh man, I don't envy you, but I hate drinking that nasty stuff they give you, though, to get that out of there. Constantine, good morning, everybody. Uncle Bruce, I am number 119 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Constantine. Welcome to the Party, pal. Folks here are buying up call options that they wrote last week and laughing. Credit spreads are coming in beautifully. Condors are working out great. Giddy up, everybody. There are some cash secured put opportunities here and there that might be to some of your liking. Uncle Bruce, fold my arms on those $10 cash secured puts on SoFi 2025s or 2026s, right? Oh, yeah, just sit on the cash and enjoy the show. Savage of Wall Street, JR, we're all got to pay the piper, my friend. You can call me Bubbles this morning, my friends. Uncle Bruce, my GameStop cover calls are like at 50%. They expire Jan 25. Might be a good time to buy those back. Could be. That's a nice little return on your dough. Can you turn around and write lower priced calls for more money? Maybe the same time frame, say Jan 25, but just buy these back and write a lower strike call and bring in more cash. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Can you buy more deep in the money calls to write more calls against? Maybe. Maybe it's time to write 15s. Brian, buy those 18s and write 15s. What's wrong with that? I don't know what's wrong with this picture. I don't see anything wrong with this picture. I think I've got HD quality vision right now. There might be some opportunities here. Indeed, fun times at the OK Corral. Yeah, man. Jan 25. So let me take a peek at those myself. My quotes, of course, are ancient, but let's see. The 18s are, what are they? 285 bid. if you can stink bid them. And the 15s are 475 on the ask. So if you can stink offer them, that would be a nice little move. If you could switch from 18s to 15s and bring in $2 cash, more cash for the same expiry date, that could be done. What about, let me look at something else too. I'm kind of curious. Can you write, I don't know, you might be able to write 15s for about the same money, but for June's, don't know if you want to do that. I like the idea of grabbing the extra. If you can get as much as, $1.80 to $2 more in cash by just shifting the calls, might be a way to go. Again, stink bid them to buy them back and stink offer them to sell them. That's the secret to this trade because those spreads are wide. So be careful on that. And then take the extra cash. And can you acquire any more deep in the money calls of said GameStop and then write more of those calls? Take a raise. BW Spider may be going down downtown to Chinatown, but remember, they use the V formation to shoot back up around 11. So will we see that again today is the question. JR, wow, VIX is popping up and Tesla too. What's up with that? The Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce, there's 5 AI 35 covered calls I sold for Jan 25 and took in almost $8. I took that in December. I don't feel like buying them back. They're still over 4. I think they're going to come down another $2. What do you think about this? Those are Jan 25. So yeah, they've got time and that's why they're not, giving you much. But on the other hand, if you buy those back and then you turn around and write 33s for January 25, or 30 or 30s for January 25, you could do that and take the more cash. Brian, thank you, Uncle B. You got it, buddy. There could be some, these are moves that can be done here as well. Alex, the Savage of Wall Street, I'm trying to buy back some AI covered calls, 3250s. Expiring January for about 470. I sold them for 880. Winners cash checks, right? That's right. Winners cash checks and losers say deal the cards. Keep an eye on those stink bids though, because if you are putting in a stink bid, let's say at the low end of the bid ask range, the market is say 460 to 5 and you're doing a 470, that's okay. But if you notice that the ask is coming down to 490, take your bid down to 455. Back off. Because the market is shifting lower and you're not, you might as well shift lower and pay 15 cents less for these. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot of money. It's $15 a contract. But if it's 10, that's $150. If it's 20, it's 300. And if you do this all day long with these markets, you may find that AI wants to give another 50 cents up on the movement on its stock. These contracts might drop 35 more cents, which is through 35 a contract, 10 contract, $350. Thank you. We like 350 in our pockets versus not in our pockets. There you go. There's nothing worse than buying back calls at 470 and the next trade is 445. And you're just going, shoot, I paid too much for those. I didn't have to do that because there's no pressure for you to get out right now. So Alex, be vigilant. Okay, my friend, be on it. Wing Commander, good morning. What did I miss? There's nothing going on. There's nothing. We're down 233. It's quiet. Nothing going on. Just money being made on this channel. Just hit the thumbs up button and let them figure out for themselves. What are we having fun with? Everything. So much fun. AI down 81 at 25.40. Qs are down 178. Spiders are down 257. GameStop down 33. The SoFi now 768 on 7.4 million in 27 minutes. Very quiet, actually. It's not that active this morning compared to other days, but it is bounced up from the low a little here, a little there. We're a bit better on SoFi than we were this morning. Low of the day, 761. We're at 769, 770 at this moment in time for your SoFi kids. 1440 GameStop down 35 cents. That's what I see, and I'm sticking to it. Down 233 on the Dow at the moment. The percentage loss for the Dow, 0.62%. S&P only down 5.5. Nasdaq down 0.53. Oil negative 24 cents. We're red on oil in this world of ours that is so scary for oil prices. Oil is dropping right now. There you go. How about that? Giddy up, everybody. BW, and why not? And why not being nervous writing calls on red days too? Because being naked on shares not in contracts is not good. So apparently, being naked in Starbucks is frowned upon, even for option traders. How about that? Robert Benson, SoFi, September SoFi puts strike $7 at 123, and the 8s are 175. Cash secured puts are getting more valuable the lower the stock gets, which allows you to pull in some nice cash. Alex, got it. There's no rush. It's going to be an interesting week with options expiring on Friday. Yes, indeed. The third Friday of the month is this Friday. A lot of volatility coming up. Oh my gosh. Are we going to have fun? Oh, yes, we are. Money is being made. 771 on your SoFi. It's up a dime from the low of the session. It's coming back on again. There you go. Not a lot coming up for sale. Wouldn't take much to pop it into the green, actually. We got Rocket Lab back to $5, down just 16 cents. And AI down 79. A little buy wave seems to be coming through here, just a tiny little bit. BW, look at that. SPY Power V earlier today in the normal. Guess the Fed doesn't want the crash happening on a Monday after bombings increase. It's Tuesday. Lots of strings being pulled all over the markets. There you go. It's Tuesday. Giddy up, kids. There you have it. 770 on your SoFi. Splair, just in case I have a relaxed day, everybody. I'll try to survive my sickness today. Hang in there, Splair. Rest. Drink chicken noodle soup. Hot tea with honey and lemon. You hang in there, buddy. You hang on in there. 772 on SoFi. It's coming on. Thank you. Interesting. Synopsys buys Ansys for $35 billion and the biggest tech deal of the year so far. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, kids, for joining us today. We're down 24 cents on oil. Good for the U.S. economy. Interesting. Seeing how oil is now $72.44. Very interesting. Thank you all. JR Splair, you get well, buddy. Get well out there. Right on. Interesting. We got Apple here down 484 at 181. The low of the session, 180.93. We've got Enphase down 171. Netflix is off 465. Adobe is down 670. The NVIDIA shares refuse to back off. They hit 557.98 for the high. They're at 556 right now. The company's worth 1.37 trillion for NVIDIA. Tesla down just 6 cents, now up 40. Tesla has had a nice snapback, a 212 low to a 219 current market value. That's what Tesla's doing right at this second in time. And I don't know if I have a story on it that would make it react, but there's something going on. And there you have it. All right. BW, I am an options trader as long as I have contracts in there. I don't give a rip till they hit my profit margin or I need to roll. Sit back and chill. Nothing to be nervous about. Exactly. Flint Creek, feel better, Splair. We've got Touchgrass, AMD looking good right now. Again, green shoots are here and there. Tesla's up 36, NVIDIA up 932. We've got Unity down 113. Google is up 67 cents. Moderna's down 616 a share. Cisco down 9 cents. Pfizer down 34. IBM is up a penny. HPQ down 57. Microsoft up 263. We've got Amazon down $1.39. Home Depot is up 140. Vanek Semiconductors up $1 at 173. The low today 172.70. 173.98 right now, and that is $3 away from the high of the year on Vanek Semiconductors. Goldman Sachs up 324. Boeing down 1271. That is dragging the Dow lower for sure. Facebook down 297. Target down 31. JP Morgan is off 289. Costco down 110. Walmart up 36. Disney down 23 cents. American Airlines down 32. AMC down 13. DraftKings up 58. Royal Caribbean up $1. Okay, 189 drop on the down. We're getting some improvement here and there. And let's go. JR, it's interesting watching my SPX options shrink out down to 2 DTE, days to expiry, and every time the market shifts, there's dollars worth of shrinkage, not pennies. Give me that dinero, baby. Splair, thanks. I'm well prepared, at least with soup and a ginger lime drink. Flint, stiff whiskey and a sleep. Splair, I will definitely use the extra time to listen to you all. Good ideas here today. Splair, yesterday already a little bit of herbs and 20 hours sleep was great. Flint, is SoFi ready to run now? Go, baby. Splair, neat. There you go. SoFi, 772. Down 17 cents at the moment. The Dow is off 176, which is 0.48. So the markets have improved a little bit here so far. All right. The U.S. military seizes Iranian missile parts bound for Houthi rebels in a raid where 2 SEALs went missing. All kinds of secret ops going on all over the place that we don't hear about until after the fact. SoFi 772 down 17. Okay. Welcome all to the party today. Flint Creek, neat. Volcano and ketchup and all kinds of emojis going up here today. Thank you all for being here. We have the option numbers now, or the thumbs ups numbers now, coming in at 125 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for 125 thumbs ups for the show today. And I appreciate it. Time to perhaps honor the Knights of Neat. Because we can't ignore them for long. They will get at us if we don't. So the best thing to do is honor the Knights of Neat from wherever you are, and encourage the markets to keep making you richer. JR knows what I'm talking about. He's all over it. Flint Creek, I'm handing out all the emojis today. JR, there. That will make the markets do what I want. A gold bagel enthusiast. Neat. Neat. Flint Creek. Neat. There they come. The knee emojis are falling all over the channel here, taking over as we see a domination of the knee emoji attack happening on the channel at the moment. The rest of the market out there is wondering, what are those guys happy about? We don't understand it. All of my call options are going down in value. People are saying, Richard Carlin, neat. Karin, neat. That's right. We're gonna hit those knee emojis, no doubt about it. We know who to honor. We know who to say thank you to. The big E, neat. That's right. Here we go, baby. Farmalist, neat. Grilled bagel morning. How you get into the Discord? How do you do that? You send me a private email. Send me a private email and say, Bruce, can you help me get into the Discord channel? And I'll send you a magical email address that you can go to and apply to get in, to join the party, pal. This party right here. Woo! The party. Woo! Yeah! That's what we do. Flint, if this is true, then neat for the win. BW, SPY hit a diagonal support line. That used to be the support. Now it's resistance. 474.8. Iron Condors. Watch for that one. Battle line right there. Here it come all kinds of hearts and happy faces and party poppers are going on everywhere. Oh, we're having a good time in this channel. Thank you all very much for being here and being part of the action. It's great to have you. 125 thumbs ups last count. We're trying to get to 200 today. People are making money around here with this down market. Believe it or not, they make money here on down days. Thank you all. Giddy up, everybody. Oh my. Spiders 474.41 and BW says 474.84. So we'll watch for that. The Q is 408.02, down 154. SoFi 772, down 16 cents. The low of the session 461. It looks like we did a little bounce off the low so far on SoFi. All right. I'm going to send good vibes for Antie Jen and Uncle Bruce today. Thank you, Flint Creek. Dude, I'm going to spin around in my chair until I vomit. Woohoo! All right, the Dow might be slipping again. We're down 194. We'll see if that was a temporary little buy wave. We'll follow that. Who knows? We're down 23.8 on S&P, and we're down 72 on NASDAQ, and we have a special guest coming in to say hi. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Here she is. I didn't expect you to come in today.
Well, I I took my shower early,
Yeah.
so I have time.
See, people have been talking all morning about you and wishing you the best.
That's it. My ears must have been burning.
Her ears are ringing. Miss Jen is all ready to go, baby.
I am. I just have to wait a couple hours. Thank goodness this is not one of those instances where you have to be at the hospital at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, it's not like that. Thank goodness. Yes.
They phoned me yesterday, right around 4 o'clock, like they are supposed to.
Right?
And gave me all the times and details.
Yeah.
And now, when you can't have anything to eat or drink, all you see is all the food you have in your house.
It's true. That's true.
That's all you see.
She can't eat anything right now. She can't do that.
Can't even drink anything.
Can't do Antie Jen
That's the hardest part.
Oh, not a lurker anymore. Antie Jen, not a lurker. Hello, dude. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Good luck to Antie Jen. Special walk-in appearance.
Thank you.
JR, I think I'll pass on my chair spinning, dude. A coffee vomit on my keyboard would be the worst. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Gotta do a spit take on your
Yeah,
keyboard.
that's right. Not a lurker anymore. Says deploy Jen gripper. Grab the gripper. She didn't bring it in.
I have nature's gripper.
Just even best wishes for the week, Jen. Cindy B, best of luck. Gilded bagel enthusiast. Look at her gliding around. That hip must be smooth as butter. There you go.
That'll be
one of them is
like a week, and it would be accompanied to a walker.
It'll be a walker. I'm going to go still stir crazy here. I'm snowed in. Auntie Jen says, dude. JR says, hey, it's Auntie Jen, wishing you a great surgery and recovery. We're all pulling for you, Auntie Jen. Uncle Bruce, well, not so much, but yeah, you know what we mean. Thank you, JR. We're down 178 on the Dow. SoFi 778. It's only down 11 cents now.
What is it, 772?
We got down to 761.
Cookies.
We're now at 778 on SoFi. Wow. SoFi's coming on, interestingly.
This is crazy.
It's kooky town. What can I say? People are actually selling SoFi. Some. We have 9.7 million, not a lot, but 9.7 million volume here. What can I say? Farmless Auntie Jen, who's going to keep Uncle Bruce in line whilst you are recuperating? Will he?
The gripper.
He will get in trouble without your stern hand and pan. Flint Creek, Auntie Jen came in and
you're not my cousin.
Auntie Jen came in the room. SoFi went up. There you have it. 778. You see, don't mess with Auntie Jen.
That's right.
Put some of those knee emojis out there, and Auntie Jen walks in the room, and boom, it all happens. It's all going the right direction. Gid you up, kids. Gid you all up, and we'll take it. Let's run this puppy to the moon. Oh, my. Yes, indeed. Please. 504 in Rocket Lab. We've broken back over 5 again. The AI at down 79 cents. The spiders are at 474.76, down 192. Qs are down 99. GameStop down 48. No, we have profit taking this morning. We have continuation.
No numbers or anything.
Well, we have continuation of the whole debate. Will there be interest rate cuts?
Yes.
Will there not be any interest rate cuts this year? I mean, it's going from one extreme to another, and this market is just going nuts about it. And we've hit the highs, and now we got to consolidate these highs.
Have we heard from our buddy in Tel Aviv?
I've not seen a message from our buddy in Tel Aviv. Not a lurker anymore. Says Jen Jr. will keep him in line. White Feather.
That's right.
Wishing you a very quick recovery, Auntie Jen.
Jen Jr. isn't a stern.
No, but she can hit. Special hello to Beach Boy from Auntie Jen. She's curious how he's doing, and she's always concerned about how he and his family are doing in Israel. And so, Beach Boy, all the best to you, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and we hope you're alive and well and getting richer. We like that.
Well, we know he's getting richer, but we just want him to be alive and well.
Well, there's that. 780 on your SoFi now, down just 9 cents on the session.
See, you talked about it. Went back to 79.
See?
Have we talked football?
Not much. Dude, it's the difference. It's the difference. So Beach Boy is taking his nap right. It's the afternoon, Bruce.
I know.
Charlie wishing Auntie Jen a speedy recovery on her surgery. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
BW, Auntie Jen, you're going to do great. Sorry about the Steelers, but hey, they survived that frigid temp. Tomlin stay or he moves on. He's not going anywhere.
No, I think he's got 2 more years.
Yeah, he just signed a new extension last year. He's not going anywhere.
And 17 years without a losing team.
Without a losing season.
So obviously he's a goner.
Not going anywhere. There you go, kids. Giddy up.
The coach revolving door is on now.
Yeah, that happens. It happens elsewhere. It doesn't happen in Steel Town.
No, not so much. No.
Coaches kind of decide when they retire over there.
Yeah,
That's kind of.
They decide when they want to do it.
That's they kind of decide. Well,
That's how the Roonies roll.
True.
Signed a contract.
Cindy B. Yay, Lions from Detroit. What a game. What a story. Right. Unbelievable.
What a game.
Dude is saying, I haven't seen Zool since earlier either. Sorry, I mean DQ. They both get too excited in the early show. I was winding them up. Splair, wishing you all the best out of Germany. Auntie Jen from Splair.
Thank you, Splair.
Splair's under the weather today.
Uh-oh.
Was sick yesterday and he's sick today. So he's
what
resting,
did you
sleeping.
do on the weekend, Splair?
It wasn't that.
No.
It was no. We think it's cold.
We think it's cold?
Everyone got a cold out there. Many people got a cold. Not us.
Oh no, we had our cold back in October. We
had
that cold with
but
the
then we got
dry
our
cough that just wouldn't go.
And then we got our shots in late November, and we've been fine all through.
We're all shot up. Yeah,
we're all good.
We got the old double V.
Yeah, we're all shot up here. We're good. Thank you all for joining in and saying hi to Auntie Jen. We are stoked. We're going in there in a little while. Gonna get her in there and let them work on her. Rebuild. She can be rebuilt. We can rebuild her. We can rebuild her.
That's me running.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be so bad. You're going to see a foot come in here.
Yeah. Karate chop.
Karate chops. Oh, I'm in big trouble.
I'm going to the world. I don't know what it's called.
Alberto, Auntie Jen, how you doing?
How you doing,
Alberto? Godspeed, he says.
Thank you. Did you guys get 3 feet of snow in Jersey?
Yeah, did you get 3 feet of snow in Jersey like they did in Buffalo? Splair, it's definitely a cold. At least I'm not coughing a lot, but I have a very hard time with it to stand up. Bones are hurting.
Yeah.
You got the flu. Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce. I rolled an AI $30 put expiring this Friday to January 2025 and took in $6.55. Originally, I got 3 for it. So sure, I'll buy AI for $20 next year. Laughing out loud. Also, on time, sold a Tesla March 210 cash secured put for $14. Yay!
These premiums, huh?
This is nice stuff.
You get
really.
These stocks that are so volatile.
Oh yeah, the
People
money
will pay.
That's right. JR, watch out, Uncle Bruce. The Bionic Woman is going to be dishing out a can of whoop ass on you in a few days. The Credit Savage. Okay, now back to drinking this crappy stuff to blow my guts some more. He's going to get he's going to get something up his butt today. Yeah, he's going to get
Isn't that magic pooping though?
I'm done for the day. Alberto.
At the end of it, you just go sit on the toilet to have that last drink because you're now just a wet stall.
Yeah,
goes in, comes out. Goes in, comes out.
I'm up north, says Alberto, a few inches, a nothing burger. I would love 4 feet of snow around here. BW, Eagles fly or Eagles crash and burn. Yo, talk about an implosion of a season. Same with the Cowboys. Oh my God.
The thing
not a lurker. Go SoFi.
The thing I don't like is that that the teams that come back next year, that there's always old guys who aren't going to be there anymore.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You miss the old guys.
SoFi, 782, 783 on SoFi. We're only down 6-7 cents right now. Looking real good. Looking AEOEKEO. We like it. We like it. Welcome everybody. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, it was sad to see, but I did enjoy whenever Buffalo scored, how people would just throw handfuls of snow into the
It was a party in Buffalo, wasn't it?
And when they got there, they'd stomp down the snow so they could find their seat.
True. Hector Salamanca, Canada's inflation rate rises to 3.4%. Not a lurker. Auntie Jen, speedy recovery. Flint. Oh my God, the poop talk. A savage of Wall Street. Auntie Jen, good morning. Best of luck. Hope the Steelers do well and see my Niners in the Super Bowl. JR, SoFi climbing the stairs. Now let's go, says JR. We're at 784. Farmless, we got in. Yeah, there won't
few
be ice
days.
here. Farmers, we got an inch of snow and a handful of earthquakes here in Oklahoma. We have the weirdest weather. BW, Uncle Bruce, on the way to the hospital, would it be rude of you to swing in the drive-through for an In-N-Out, Antie Jen, so you could have snacks to eat while she's in surgery? You need to eat after all. It's nourishment. She won't mind sitting in the car while she smells your burger and fries wafting through the cabin of the unit. She wouldn't mind that.
Oh
no, she won't mind. Dude, it's either a poop or pop in the market today. JR, Flint Creek, you know all about junior high school boys' bathroom humor. You know all of this stuff.
I have 3 older brothers, and there was a tag along, so we actually had like 4 older brothers.
So Antie Jen knows it. Flint Creek knows it. See, there you go. SoFi $7.84, down 5 cents. I still haven't figured out
what makes them smell like that, though.
We don't want to know. 11 million volume on SoFi, 784, 785 range. It's coming on here. Like I said, SoFi could go green at any time. We're down 132 on the Dow. Rocket Lab is 502. AI down 71. We've got GameStop down just 43 cents. The triple Qs are only down 4 cents. We have markets right now. Let's get a refresh over here just to make sure I'm on top of all of this stuff. Excuse me, 784, 785 on SoFi. We've got the market now. Dow down 138, S&P down 12, NASDAQ down 24. So the Qs are a little weird. We've got oil down 65 cents. Now, we were up 34 this morning. Yeah. Now we're down 60. We've lost $1 on oil to 72.03 and falling. So oil continues to back off, okay? BW happens at Dallas every year, makes the playoffs, and then oof, DAK the man or Jerry the turd. Flint, I am a 12-year-old at heart. Jack. Flint says I'm a 12-year-old at heart. Brian,
we're all 12-year-old
go
boys.
SoFi. Good thing I bought some at 771 today. Oh yeah, 784 now.
All right, Brian.
Brian, 11 million volume on SoFi.
Brian,
11 million volume on SoFi, 708,000 on GameStop. Very interesting session. As always, these days are entertaining. Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
Okay, well.
The standing is hard.
The standing is hard. Got to get some rest before we go in. So, remember this pain one last time. And say goodbye. Say goodbye to this pain in the hip.
No, it's so much different doing it the second time.
Yeah.
Sure I had a much harder time getting to sleep last night than I did last year.
Kind of excited. They're going to drug me up.
Then they're going to cut me up and
slice me
chunk that bone off and
put the new one in and sew me back together, then kick me out the door.
That's right. Let's see you walk around the ward. Okay, go.
Oh, I can walk around here. I don't feel a damn thing. I'm fine.
That's right.
There's no pain. Pain? What pain? I have no pain.
I got opioids at home.
What's your name again? This is my husband? Ooh, lucky me. He's hot. Those drugs are good. Those are real good. All right, Antie Jen. We'll see you a little later. We'll push this down here and we'll.
Bye, everybody. I'll see you probably next week.
Yay! Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, kids. Antie Jen is getting ready. Oh, yeah. We're stoked up around here. It's been a very, very real good vibe around here. Really, we are stoked. BW, the power of the V. Every single day, the SPY never goes down. Still 10 weeks of upward movement, even though sideways of sorts, ridiculousness on display for the noobs. Oh, no, my calls. BW, you roll a baby, roll if needed, never out of control. Flint, hugs to you, Antie Jen. Screw that pain. Beach Boy, Antie Jen, do not have too much fun, okay? Last chance to leave this homeless guy without a lamp. There you go, BW. So Beach Boy is here. BW, screw bombing, screw recessions. Nope, the U.S. market goes up on opium and Splayers TLRY product lines. It's all good around here. There you go. America the beautiful. We're down 113 on the Dow, maybe 99 or so on the Dow. It kind of looks like that way. We're down 16 cents on Rocket Lab at 502. We're down only 65 on AI. The AI shares have come back at 25.56. They bottomed out at 25.08. We're at 25.54, and they're climbing. AI is going up higher here. Only 1.89 million traded. There's not a lot of selling there. Spider's down 75 cents. The Qs are up 39. NASDAQ is down 10 points, and the Qs are up 39. This is very interesting. GameStop down 42 cents at 14.33, but SoFi 782, 783, down 6-7 cents right now. Apple down 360. Enphase is only off 58 cents. It's climbing. Netflix down 327. Adobe down 318. It's coming on. NVIDIA staying up 12.76 to the good. Tesla's gained 388 after being as low as 212. It's now 222, a $10 snap rally on Tesla. We've got Unity down 68 cents. That's coming on. Google up 60. Moderna's down 4.5. It's climbing. Cisco's green up a penny. Pfizer still down 27 cents, but coming on. IBM climbing again, up 49 cents. HPQ down 43, but climbing. Microsoft holding its own, up 333. Amazon is down 53 cents. We got Home Depot up 238. Vanik up 240. That's climbing. Goldman up 520. Boeing still down 1240. All kinds of problems at Boeing. We know about that. Facebook down 350. Target down 15 cents. JP Morgan down 196. Costco down 196. Walmart up 50 cents. Disney is up 4 cents. It's turned around. American Airlines down 29. AMC down 15.5 cents. And DraftKings is up 76 to 33.72. And Royal Caribbean up $1.97 to 123.18. Welcome all to the party and the show. And we're just trying to see how much dough can be made. Lovely, lovely, fun times. Thank you all. Splayer, actually it's Canopy, but you nailed it. Dude, see my article in the Discord, BW and Splayer, see my article. There you go. We're only down 96 points on the Dow, still improving. Oil down 80 cents now, still falling off and receding. Oil now down to 71.86, heading down to 70 and lower at this point. That's where I see it going. We'll see what's going on, kids. Headline, U.S. women's health ranks on par with Kazakhstan, research finds. There's an interesting comment. Wonder why that. Interesting stuff. Looks like things will be snapping all over the place in these markets, says JR. There you go. Snap rallies, but then we can have snap dips. So keep an eye on these markets. They're volatile. The VIX right now up 118 at 1388. So the VIX is negative, even though it's higher. That's a higher volatility building in this market. Interesting there. Very interesting. NASDAQ up 1.5 points. Now it's down 0.5 point. The Dow now down 92. It was only down 78. It's now down 92. A little sell wave coming in. I don't know how serious it is at the moment. Snap and Grind says, dude, Gilded Bagel, does that mean U.S. health is bad or Kazakhstan's is good? What does that mean? You kind of wonder, yeah, if you're being compared to Kazakhstan, can you feel good about that? Really? But yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, does that mean Kazakhstan's health is very good for women versus Americans' health isn't as good as it was, but still pretty good? I don't know. I don't know about that. Very interesting comments out there. I don't know. We'll see what works. 782, 783 on SoFi, just off 6-7 cents. That's all. We've got a nice recovery on SoFi so far. 12 million volume, and any kind of a buy wave into this market, SoFi will go green and will be one of the first stocks to do so, to do the turnaround. So we'll see. GameStop still down 43 cents. Got a ways to go to recover. And Rocket Lab 4.99.5 cents a share. Cheap. There might be some good buys on the $5 cash secured puts on Rocket Lab. Certainly sixes and beyond. Worth looking into. 25.50 on AI. 25.56 down 65 cents right now. Alrighty, JR. Okay, things just can't go up forever. That's the story. We get volatility and movement now. This is the name of this game, kids. Exactly what we're expecting. We have on the thumbs ups meter, we have gone from 126 to 131 now. Thank you, everybody, for coming through for us. Appreciate that. Thank you again for those of you who have become in the last week or two now. A number of you have stepped up and have decided to make a statement and become Gold Bagel members of this session, of this channel. And I thank you very much for that. This is good stuff. Debbie Bonner, I am so happy for you, Debbie Bonner. Oh, this is good stuff. Beautiful little email there, Debbie. I love it. I'll be back to you. Fabulous stuff, everybody. Again, thank you for those of you who have become Gold Bagel members of this channel. About 3 weeks ago, a month ago, it looked like we were going to cross the paths. The gold level number was climbing faster than the Chillin member number. And sure enough, Gold Bagel membership passed the regular member. So people are paying $25 a month to be a member of this channel instead of 10. More paying 25 than 10. Now the gap is widening. It continues to widen out, and this momentum is really beginning to show on the analytics of the channel, and I thank you. It's showing YouTube something serious. When YouTube notices a channel growing its membership numbers, and in particular, a channel growing its gold level faster and higher than its regular level, that breaks the meter over there. Their computer systems go wacky, going, what the hell's going on with this channel? This is not normal. Normally, YouTube channels with really low membership numbers have a lot more members down here than at the premium level. And here, it's the opposite. This is a George Costanza channel. He's doing the opposite. And I thank you, those of you who have done that. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right. Flint Creek, mortality rates for pregnant women is about the same as third world countries. Black women get the lowest quality medical care. Nothing to be proud of around here. BW Triple Q's hit a value they wanted at 410, pushing those chip stocks to the moon. Ridiculous bull market. Nope, bag holders by the millions buying near all-time highs. That is not wise investing. In my opinion, burns inbound. There you go, Mandu number 5. 132 thumbs ups. Good morning. I'm late and I'm here. Thank you, Mandu, for the thumbs ups. Dude, the Uncle Bruce spread. Smile, smile, smile. Dude, a well-earned Uncle Bruce. You hustle every day to make us all informed. Thank you all for that acknowledgement. We do the best we can with what we have. We're down 100 on the Dow. We're at $5 on Rocket Lab again. We've come back. We're at 779, 780 on the GameStop, down 10 cents or so. We have a lot to follow, and what can I tell you? We're seeing a lot of different wacky stuff. Oil is down 78, 80 cents, 71.90. That's what's going on here. Thank you all for doing it all. You guys are just absolutely the best of the best. I appreciate it. Having trouble keeping up sometimes. I'll tell you that. It's not easy. Staying on top of all you guys, but I appreciate you all so very much being part of this this great family. There we go. Yes, we've done that. Thank you, members. It's we've now when I first launched memberships on this channel, it was by necessity, of course. Back in March 2021, in March 2021, my channel and other YouTubers were being terribly assaulted and attacked by gangs of trolls, just gangs of them. And we were having a tough time trying to control the gangs and the kind of vitriol that was being spread by these people. And I was actually worried that my channel would be dropped off by YouTube, because I had seen other channels in other fields where they would be taken off YouTube. The YouTube would just demonetize them and then shut them down for like a month. And the reason was because of the troll activity on their channels. And I didn't want to get into this game because I'm too busy just trying to keep you posted what's going on. So I created the membership level at the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level back in March of 21. And that had a couple of effects, several effects. One of which, of course, the troll activity almost stopped instantaneously because trolls generally don't like to pay to abuse. They just like to do it for free. But it cost me viewers. It cost me a lot of viewers because people accused me of being a money-grubbing guy. And at that time, in March of 2021, the highs of GameStop had been set. The best days of GameStop's trading had been done. We didn't know the next 6 months what GameStop would do. But ultimately, GameStop calmed down. And so did my channel. But the diehard core followers of this channel have been around the entire time. Anyway, the membership levels dropped, which makes sense. After a few months, membership numbers dropped. And we bottomed out in 2022, in early, mid 2022, late 2022. We sort of bottomed out on our membership levels. And I'd already introduced the gold level and brought additional benefits to Gold Bagel members. And then in the fall, so October, November, I made a concerted effort to produce more short videos for you guys. And it had an effect, a very positive effect on the channel as a whole. Subscription numbers began to rebound. Membership numbers started to pop. And class sales were growing because, of course, I made class 17 and promoted them and, of course, had the sale and all of that. So we grew, and we're now growing at a higher level. We have more members of this channel in total than almost all of 2022. Like we're at the high, we're higher now than we were a year ago, and that is great because we've gone through a dip while we went on holidays and came back from European holidays, and now we're climbing, and we're now assaulting the late 2021 numbers. I'm excited, loving it. I don't expect us to be anywhere near the number of members we had at the beginning of the whole program in March. No. But the overall lift is there, and the gold numbers are approaching. The way it's going, in another month or two, we may set a record for Gold Bagel members, all-time record of how many there are. And that, to me, is the blessing. That is the on high blessing from viewers saying, you keep doing what you're doing because we like it and we really appreciate it. And that's where I just keep running and running and running. Thank you all so very, very much. All right, what's going on here? Uncle Bruce, who was the first Gold Bagel member? It could be you. It could be Beach Boy. It could be I don't remember. I don't remember. I know that the first week of offering Gold Bagel memberships, I saw a lot of people go from Chillin' over to Gold. So the Chillin' number came down, the Gold member number started rising. And then we went through the gyrations of the whole thing, and it's been a hell of a ride. JR, Uncle Bruce, we sure appreciate you taking the time to be with us all today, even though bigger things are happening in your lives. Dude, can you say something to the lurkers to explain what they're missing? Give them the macro. It was like that movie, The Warriors, in the chat. Hang on a second here. Uncle Bruce, this Wednesday, can we discuss in plain English what are the variables applied to a stock pick? I have my method and it works, but so many have their other methods. We'd love to hear how you pick. We got Primetime Live on Wednesday. That's what he refers to for Gold Bagel members. Splair, like I said, shorts make a difference. I use them actually to get new viewers into my videos, and it's working. Alberto, I believe it's DQ. It could have been DQ too. Yeah, look, just saying to you out there who are just hanging around watching me, I love the fact that you're here. So many of you watch me casually. You watch me on the rerun. You watch me at double the speed to kind of get through my shows, whatever the scenario. We love that you're all here. The key to this channel, though, for members, is this community of people right here. This regular group that talks all the time. And they compare notes. and they compare everything. They compare trades, they compare market scenarios, they compare platforms, they compare, you name it. They alert me to stuff that I don't see because I'm so focused on what I'm doing here. It's fabulous. And as a member, many of you get to comment, of course, along with the others, and it's really, it has made you money. Many of you have made a lot of money because of the collaboration between all of you and this channel. Apart from what I blab about all the time, the folks talking to each other here have really helped each other. And this is why I try to encourage as many of you out there as possible, become a member of this channel. And if you can become a Gold Bagel level member, you join us Wednesday night, Primetime Live. You join me every morning, half an hour before this show even starts for the Trade Alert show. And you get to compare a lot of notes with the others here as to what happened overnight, what's happening pre-market, what have I missed? And then Discord 7 days a week is really effective. And so, again, thank you all very much for being followers, true believers of this channel, and true diehard members of this channel. It just keeps us alive. And it just is the reason why dozens of other YouTubers have come and gone since 2020, dozens in the financial area. I mean, more, maybe hundreds. Certainly from around the world, hundreds. From America, Canada, dozens are no longer around. They're not on the air anymore because they were making money from ads and they were sensationalizing the mother of all short squeezes, and it didn't work out for them. It couldn't last because their viewers were fleeting. Their viewers were there for a few months and then moved on, went elsewhere. The people who stick around channels long term, they make money. And that's the bottom line. You got to make money trading the markets, however you do it. And on this channel, a core group of followers have figured out, yeah, this channel pays my bills and more because of the option premiums that we bring in here, how we do it, the lessons that I bring you, and how you have learned even more trading techniques on options and many more to come. I'm excited for you, and I feel the vibes are so good from you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. BW, Bruce, you hang in there today with surgery. Keep your mind positive. Know you're gonna be all right. Godspeed, sir, and thanks for all you do always. Thank you, guys. I have to say my goodbyes. Gonna take Jen to the hospital. It's gonna be an emotional day for the rest of us today. I hope to be on the air tomorrow. If I'm not on the air, forgive the YouTuber because he's got something important going on over here, and we're really pumped. Thank you all for all the support. It's just so appreciated. You Gold Bagel members, you Chillin' members, you class takers. This is the reason Antie Jen is getting a new hip, another hip, and at the end of this, we will have spent for Antie Jen over $60,000 US in healthcare costs to get Antie Jen repaired, and that money came from one source, really. It's you guys, 60,000 US in the last year to get both hips replaced. It's priceless, absolutely priceless. The quality of life improvement is just beyond, and I can't express my thank yous to all of you. All right, I got to go. Have a great rest of your session today. Get rich, please. Debbie Bonner, I'm so excited for you. I am so pumped. Way to go, Debbie. Welcome to the party, pal. And it's just good times coming. I love this. All right, guys. Thank you all for a great session today. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time. Thank you, Beach Boy, JR, Splair, Debbie, Richard, BW, Brian, Alberto, dude, everybody who's here, Mandu number 5, Flint Creek, Gilded Bagel Enthusiast, JR, of course. Who else am I missing? I'm missing everybody. I cannot keep up with all of you guys. You're so many of you. Farmalist, thank you. Savage of Wall Street, Flint Creek, Not a Lurker, Hector. Thank you. Everyone that's part of this channel, Cindy and Maria and Corinne and Karen and on and on and on. Brian, thanks, buddy. Hector, best of luck. Stephen, neat, neat, neat. That's right, Stephen. Absolutely, buddy. Splair, go, baby. All right, guys, get rich, get richer, and get richer yet again. And we'll see you here as soon as possible, hopefully tomorrow morning. We'll keep you posted with the updates as best we can as we go forward tomorrow and the day after. And we'll go from there. All right, guys, that's it. I got to go. We got to get ready to head to the Eisenhower Center. And we'll talk to you later, everybody. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye from Palm Desert, California.